Hi, my name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2012. I am currently right now making this video on University of San Diego campus, USD. And the reason why I'm making this video is going to be very descriptive in reference to the subject matter, the nature that describes the subject matter, and who's connected. The reason why I'm making this video. I have literally been an open target of organized stalking, which is also called gang stalking, for 10 straight years, every single day. Every single one of my Social Security checks that I receive every single month for the last 10 years has been dedicated to running, surviving, escaping, and trying to expose this crime that has been perpetrated towards me on a non-stop basis every single day, literally for 10 years straight. So, what have I discovered over these 10 years? Well, it took me from 2002 to 2009 to discover that what was happening to me was gang stalking. As a result of experiencing from 2002 up until 2009 all the experiences that I did experience within those calendar years, I was able to identify their methods, tactics, and partly who they were. As a result of everything that I had been through from 2004 up until this little date in 2012, I've been able to further connect the dots about additional people that were involved, additional agencies, including also additional people like my parents and family members who are always involved in this, and I did not have a clue in it. Now, as a result of discovering who was connected over time, even before I found out about gang stalking and even after, what I decided to do was do research from 2009 up until 2000, this date even, while I was going through what I've been going through. And as a result of doing thorough in-depth research, I've been able to understand, as a result of this research, that targets can't get no help. Because a lot of what's going on towards targets, hundreds of thousands of us in America right now, what we're going through is sponsored, hosted, and directed and protected by the United States government and members in it. From the federal level to the state level to the city level to the local level. It's multi-jurisdictional. It's organized crime within the system. And it's literally a nationwide syndicate, flat out. To observe how they operate and who they are in part, who they're connected to, and some of the things they do. Go to Google and type in a gang stalker confesses. There's a manifesto online right now in reference to how a manager of gang stalking, and he's really you can better research gang stalking by typing in organized stalking. He went offline and typed in who they are, who they're connected to, how they operate, and what they're all about. And by no means are you to mistake this manifesto as being the entire scope of what they are and who they're connected to and what they're about, because it's not. It's about 25%. And that 25% is once you thoroughly dissect it and cross-reference it to what you can discover on YouTube and Google in reference to organized stalking and gang stalking, you'll understand that 25% is literally bad enough, extremely felonious, and heinous in nature to the extreme. So what I decided to do was, instead of running to the system for help that they're infested in, is to develop a template of strategies in order to be able to run to the system to literally prove to people that they are involved in the system. When a target or a person is a victim of a crime, they have a right to run to the system for assistance, to get uncorrupted, unbiased assistance that's not corrupted at all in any way, shape, or form. If any individual runs to the system and does not get help, and then finds out at a later date that the very help that they ran to is involved in it, then that will be self-evident for anybody to be able to see that they played a part in it, since they are a part of it. So what I'm going to do is I now literally have open proof that I am a target of gang stalking. It's on YouTube right now. And I'm going to take this proof and I'm going to run to specific government agencies, departments, and including police officers' departments, police departments, including internal affairs. I'm going to go to senators' offices, judges' offices, and different departmental agencies like social services. And I'm going to take them detailed, extremely descriptive, detailed proof that I have. And we're going to see how they act and how they don't act. how they respond and how they don't respond. And we're also going to take note of what happens to me as a result of preparing to do this, doing it, and what happens as a result of doing it, including what might happen after I approach these departmental offices. What they do and what they don't do will clearly dictate who they are, and this is what I will expose. I expose the nature of these crimes and the connected parties because of the simple fact that I believe that every true American citizen and every human being has a right to know the organized crime that is infested within our system. We pay our taxes. You know, the money that could have been spent on putting shoes on our children's feet, clothes on their backs, and food in their stomachs. We pay our taxes every year, like law-abiding citizens do. And we literally are paying the salaries of organized crime to literally pay the salaries and pensions of people in the system who are using their very employment descriptions to aid and abet in some of the most horrendous, horrific, heinous crimes being perpetrated against the very citizens that pay their salaries and their pensions. So this is what I am doing. I am exposing them to not only inform you about the extreme criminality, but to educate you about what they're connected to, what they're capable of, and what they're doing to innocent human beings. Because if they will do this to me, a learning disabled woman, they will do this to anybody they feel that they can get away with in reference to going after them. My name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is February 14, 2012, and I make this video for the simple fact that it's high time somebody stood up and exposed these criminals for who they are and what they are, because they're just getting away with things that are just almost undescribable. Murder, rape, robbery, torture, theft, grand larceny, human trafficking, human sexual servitude rings, mortgage co-opting, land co-opting, trust fund liquidation. They go after the elderly, single women, single mothers, people on disability. They'll go after anybody that they feel they can go after and get away with it. And so this is why I expose these crimes. San Diego, California, February 14, 2012.